He thought he could walk away from 10 years of marriage with a smile and another woman on his arm. He thought she would crumble, cry, and disappear quietly. But Amara had built too much, seen too much, and loved too deeply to be a footnote in someone else's fantasy. She didn't plan to beg. She planned to make him remember her. Every single day he tried to forget asterisk. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, so you never miss an incredible story like this one. Amara had always believed her marriage to Daniel was built on trust. For 10 years, they had shared a house with white walls, a blooming rose garden, and laughter that could be heard across the neighborhood. Daniel was the charming, successful architect, the kind of man who could talk anyone into anything. Amara was the steady, calm force, a university professor with a passion for literature and a quiet strength. Their friends envied them. Their colleagues admired them. Their parents adored them. But perfection has a way of cracking when you stare at it too long. The first crack appeared on a Tuesday night. Amara came home early from campus after her evening lecture was cancelled. She expected to find Daniel watching a football match in the living room. Instead, she found the house silent. His car was outside. His phone lay on the kitchen counter, buzzing every few seconds. The screen lit up with the name Clara. She didn't know a Clara. At first, she convinced herself it was harmless. A client? A colleague? But curiosity, or perhaps the first sting of suspicion, made her pick up the phone. One message was already on the screen. Counting the hours until I feel your hands again. Amara's throat went dry. The perfect illusion cracked a little more. For the next few weeks, Amara became an actress in her own home. She smiled when Daniel told her about late client meetings and last-minute site visits. She packed his lunch, kissed him goodbye at the door, and then sat in silence after the door closed, listening to the ticking clock. But she was not idle. She learned Clara was not a colleague. Clara was a 27-year-old interior designer who had met Daniel on a renovation project 3 months earlier. Their relationship had bloomed quickly. Dinners, weekends away, hotel rooms booked under fake names. Daniel used their shared credit card for everything, confident Amara would never question him. She never had before. She began collecting evidence, not out of rage, but out of clarity. Screenshots, receipts, photos. A pattern of betrayal emerged with chilling precision. Daniel wasn't just having an affair. He was in love. The confrontation came one Sunday morning. Daniel, freshly showered, stood in the kitchen with his coffee. The sunlight caught the gold of his wedding ring, the one he had kept on during every secret rendezvous. Amara sat across the table, holding a folder thick with printed messages and hotel invoices. "What's this?" he asked when she slid the folder toward him. "Your love story," she replied. Voice calm. He opened it, and for a second, his confident smirk faltered. Then he chuckled softly, almost impressed. "So you've been spying on me?" "No," she said. "I've been seeing clearly." Daniel leaned back, the arrogance of someone who believes he is untouchable. "Amara, this is not what you think." "It's exactly what I think," she cut in. "You're cheating." There was a pause, the kind that comes right before a storm. "I didn't mean to hurt you," Daniel finally said. "Clara makes me feel alive again. You've been so distant, so focused on work." Stop," she said quietly. "You made a choice." His eyes hardened. "I want a divorce." Just like that. No apology. No shame. The mirror of their marriage shattered completely. Amara didn't scream. She didn't cry. Instead, something inside her shifted. A slow, steady fire began to burn. Daniel moved out the next day, into an apartment Clara had helped decorate. Within weeks, their friends began to whisper. Daniel flaunted his new relationship publicly. He posted photos online. Clara and him laughing over wine. Clara and him traveling to Paris. The same Paris trip he and Amara had planned for their anniversary. But what Daniel didn't know was that Amara was no longer the heartbroken wife. She was planning. Amara hired the best divorce attorney she could find. She dug through every account, every asset, every hidden investment Daniel thought she knew nothing about. Because while Daniel was busy chasing passion, Amara had quietly built their financial world, and she knew every corner of it. She also found something Daniel didn't expect anyone to find: a fraudulent business deal with a contractor. Daniel had been taking kickbacks for steering projects toward a specific firm. Illegal, traceable, and now documented. She didn't go to the police. Not yet. Revenge is best served cold. 6 months later, the divorce was finalized. Daniel thought he had won. He kept the car, the apartment, and his shiny new girlfriend. He was glowing with the kind of self-importance that blinds men like him. But Amara had been working in silence. She had been promoted at the university. Her book manuscript was picked up by a major publisher. And she had friends in unexpected places, including a journalist she'd once mentored. The journalist was very interested in a story about corrupt construction firms and architects who took kickbacks. The article broke 2 weeks before Daniel and Clara's engagement party. Architect. Daniel Crawford faces investigation over alleged fraud in public works contracts. The story went viral. Daniel's firm suspended him. His investors pulled out. Clara deleted their engagement photos within 48 hours. The night of the engagement party, Daniel sat alone in what was supposed to be a rooftop celebration. Only a few awkward colleagues remained, whispering. His phone buzzed with reporters, lawyers, and Clara's last message. "I can't do this." Then, as if summoned by fate, Amara arrived. She didn't need to say anything. She wore a simple black dress, her hair up, calm and radiant. Daniel's face twisted with rage and shame. "You did this," he spat. She smiled faintly. "No, Daniel. You did this. I just made sure the world saw it." She turned and left him there, surrounded by the ruins of his own making. Months passed. Daniel's license was suspended pending investigation. His reputation was destroyed. Clara married someone else. His friends vanished. He sold the car, then the apartment, then moved into a small, rented place far away from the glittering world he'd built on lies. Amara, on the other hand, was thriving. Her book became a bestseller. She traveled to Paris alone, sat by the Seine with a glass of wine, and watched the world with clear, unbroken eyes. She didn't need revenge to define her, but she had taken it anyway, methodically, elegantly, without a single scream. And as she boarded the flight back home, she allowed herself a small, quiet smile. She wrote a letter but never sent it. "Dear Daniel, you once said Clara made you feel alive. You forgot I was the one who taught you how to live in the first place. I hope you find something real one day. Not a lie, not a fantasy, just truth. It's the only thing that lasts. Goodbye, Amara." She folded the paper, placed it in a box, and closed the lid. Some victories are best kept silent, and the sweetest revenge is living well.